We are currently living in the most exciting time to build a personal brand that has ever existed. And although everywhere you look, people are panicking saying that AI is taking over the world or markets are too saturated, the opportunity to stand out has never been more available. With that being said, I'm going to give you a 5-step process to master the art of marketing yourself so you can grow your personal brand in the age of AI and dominate your space. Now, these aren't theories. These are the exact principles that took me from nobody knowing my name to speaking on stages, appearing in the media, and helping over 100 people do the exact same thing. My name is Chete Kay, and this is how to master the art of marketing yourself. Step 1 is to utilize networking. There's a scripture I come back to often on this channel, which is Proverbs chapter 18 verse 16, which says a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Your gift needs a room to walk into, and networking is a great key marketing tool to help you do that. It puts you in rooms you would have never had the chance to enter had it not been for your network. The thing is, at every level of success, marketing requires exposure. People need to know who you are, what you do, and why you matter. And the fastest way to accelerate that is through the right networks. Now, there's 3 ways that I've seen this work better for myself and most of the students inside my programs. The first is through podcasts. This creates massive exposure because it allows you to tap into the existing audience of somebody that's already engaged and actively built an audience on your behalf. So instead of building trust from zero, you borrow the trust from the host and their platform. The second is speaking at events. Speaking gives you authority, visibility, and personal connection all at once. Even when people hear you speak live, it allows you to make a personal connection with them. As a matter of fact, speaking was actually my primary method of getting clients before I built my audience. The third is writing a book. Now, a book positions you differently. It gives you instant credibility and separates you from the crowd. Most people say they want to build authority, but very few people are willing to package their knowledge into something that lasts. And writing a book simply just does the trick. Now, the truth is that having talent alone is rarely enough. You need proximity. You need rooms where opportunities present themselves to you. So if you want to market yourself at the highest level, stop waiting to be discovered. Put yourself in the right rooms and build the right relationships, and let your network carry your gift further than your talent ever could alone. Your network is your net worth, even as cliche as that sounds. The second step is to know your target market. This is where people get it completely wrong. If you want to market yourself effectively, you first need to know who exactly you're marketing to. If a company like Coca-Cola tried selling mattresses and bedding, they would have never dominated their industry. Great brands win by knowing their lane and owning it. Marketing yourself works the exact same way. You can be everything to everyone, and that's okay. Not every opportunity that lands on the table is worth taking. If you look at the most successful personal brands you know, whether it's Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, they became recognized because they each owned a lane and built authority within that specific lane. Now, that doesn't mean if you want to be known for real estate, you should talk about property every single day. It means that your core message should consistently align with what you want to become known for, or else you make too many affiliations along the way and miss out on actually building your dream audience. All because you got carried away by either making generic content or posting random day in the life vlogs. The third step is to create content that positions you as an authority. In today's world, people don't buy from the most talented. They buy from the person that they trust. And trust is built when people repeatedly see you demonstrate real value. If you consistently give out specific value to a specific set of people, you'll quickly build a name for yourself in any industry. That's why creating content is so important for your brand, because it allows you to build rapport and gives people the confidence that you genuinely know what you're talking about. That's what positions you as an expert. In the age of AI, that actually matters more than ever, because right now, anybody can open a laptop, type in a few prompts into ChatGPT or Nano Banana, and flood LinkedIn with polished but empty content. Now, that can actually give you an advantage because people that win in this era will not be the ones posting the most AI-generated content. It will be the ones using content to show personality, credibility, and build trust with an audience. That brings us to our fourth step. Make yourself visible everywhere. Visibility in this day and age equates to credibility. Waiting to be discovered won't get you very far. You can't just post content and hope the right person happens to stumble across your content. Maybe that worked 10 years ago, but in today's world, it's a weak strategy because it relies on luck. You need to be intentional about getting your name out there in front of new eyeballs. That simply means creating consistent content across different platforms and even collaborating with people that your audience overlaps with, like I previously aforementioned. Because when somebody sees you keep showing up on their feed or everywhere they look online, they naturally start paying attention and assume that you're somebody that needs to be paid attention to. When you combine that visibility with the authority that you've already built through your content, networking, and positioning yourself as an authority, you become undeniable. So stop playing small, get loud, get everywhere, because the person who stays in their corner, no matter how good they are, will always lose to the person that shows up. Matthew chapter 5 verse 15 says that you do not light a candle and then put it under a basket. If you have something valuable to offer, you are dimming yourself down by inconsistently exposing yourself. Hiding has never built anyone's brand. The goal is to be so consistently visible in your space that when somebody has a problem that you solve, your name comes instantly to their minds. The fifth and final step is to master the way you communicate. You can have the right audience, the right network, the right content, and be visible everywhere, but if you can't communicate your value clearly, none of this matters. Communication is the final multiplier. It's what separates the person that gets the opportunity from the person that watches somebody else get it. Think about every influential person that you admire. They're not just knowledgeable, they are compelling. They make you feel something when they speak, and they make you believe in what they're saying before you've even had the time to think about it. That is not a gift, that is a skill, and a skill that you can learn. Whether it's the way you speak in a room, the way you write a caption, or the way you deliver a sentence in front of a camera, that is your brand in real time. People are always deciding whether to follow you or pay you based on how you communicate. So work on it, study it, practice it, because the most powerful version of your personal brand isn't what people see, it's what they feel when you open your mouth. So master your message, master your delivery, and you will never have the chance to miss an opportunity again. With that being said, the most exciting time to build a personal brand is now. AI is not your competition. Obscurity is your biggest competition. And the way you beat obscurity is by knowing your audience, creating content that builds authority, and communicating that in a way that people remember. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.